motoring magazines. And so as they left, we literally all sort of ran in. We was like throwing our clothes again and jumped in the pool, just literally because I thought. And we said to everybody, you've got to roll in the snow first before you go in. Oh, it was just brilliant. I loved it so much. It was fantastic.
We were a bit unlucky because when we went, it was that year that they New York and all the East Coast had something like about 15 foot of snow land.
Yeah.
And we'd gone the following weekend to Iceland, and it was coming across from there. You
really?
see, so we couldn't actually do a lot. They'd closed a lot of the stuff off.
Well, and that's, I mean, we some of the roads, obviously in the winter months, obviously they close and they just keep the main one open. They're the one around the outside. We had roads we weren't using, well, we were using that were normally shut off, but we had our own snow ploughs and Defender snow ploughs, and we also had two or three tractors they hired to have, obviously, to keep the roads open for as well as snow blowers. But even we struggled. Certainly companies were getting the night, there was one hotel they were using near the national sort of park, Pingblair Lake, and we were trying to keep open to get to the hotel, and one night we couldn't actually get to the hotel. We all got snowed in on the way. We had to wait hours to turn around and get our car. It was in a complete whiteout. We just all had to stop because even the snow ploughs couldn't go through, and the tractors, purely because they couldn't see. It was just literally completely blind.
Look at her face, look.
There you go. And now, what's the interesting thing here, going over those humps, is the fact that from the outside it's very dramatic, from the inside it's quite subdued.
It's not too bad.
That's it, and that's because of the way the technology is working. So we often talk about the cars being mechanically sympathetic with a lot of the electrical engineering in them. Now, if we took a Defender over there, a standard Defender, as much as I love it, it'd be like, try and get over there. It'd be a lot harder, but because of the way the electronics work, it's so quick to react, so it puts less stresses on the car, which is brilliant. In terms of technology then, as I come around here, again, we're using the camera system. There's 5 cameras around the car, so I was using those 2 cameras underneath the door mirrors to see what we were driving on. As I now go to reverse back, the rear camera will come on. Now it shows me a series of lines. Those lines being, at the moment, the solid yellow lines are where the car's going to end up. The dotted lines on the outside, so again the door mirrors, and the actual L shapes upside down are actually what we call the sweep angle of the tailgate. So if I was to get closer than this, looking at that now, and that will go a solid red line. That's saying I can't open the boot because it will catch the wall. So I actually know if I'm getting close to something. That's cool. Now on the right hand side we've got the hitch over there. So again, we towed these down, and a lot of people use them obviously for towing heavy trailers because of their capability of 3.5 tons. However, if you try and hitch up, which you may have done, a 3.5 ton trailer on your own, it can be a bit awkward. So you're getting in and out of the car, checking it, moving it a bit, checking it a bit, because you're not going to move the trailer to the car has to go to the trailer. Either that, or you use your wife, your girlfriend, or your boyfriend, or whatever you got at the time, to say, left a bit, no, my left, no, your left, well, your left or my left. So anyway, to take that potential conflict out of all these things, what we can do is turn on something called hitch guidance, which changes the graphics on here, which will help me hitch up onto my trailer. So here we go. So we get now a central yellow line. Where your tow hitch will be is obviously the red spot. So as I now reverse back into my hitch,
Come up.
Done it? Oh, done it?
Too dark.
is it too dark? Oh.
That's a shame.
So as I come in, I get to within 60 centimetres,
Stop for a minute, Jack.
and it basically